What makes Spider-Man so special? He's not the strongest, the fastest, or even the most respected superhero. But there's something in his character that elevates him above his circumstances. His ability to face adversity with a sense of duty and an inner strength that reflects the ideals of Stoic philosophy. The story of Spider-Man isn't just about a superhero fighting villains. It's about an ordinary young man who, when confronted with adversity, finds the strength to do what's right, even at great personal cost. In this way, Spider-Man embodies Stoic philosophia, teaching us to embrace responsibility, accept the inevitable, and use challenges as opportunities to grow. Today, we'll explore 3 Stoic principles, illustrated by Spider-Man's most iconic stories from the original trilogy and the comics, and how you can apply them to your own life. With great power comes great responsibility. When Peter Parker gains his powers in the first Spider-Man movie, he initially uses them for selfish reasons. As a wrestler in an underground match, he seeks quick money, forgetting that his power comes with responsibilities. This mistake has a devastating cost. He allows a thief to escape, believing it's not his problem, only for that same criminal to kill his Uncle Ben. This tragedy transforms Peter forever. Peter comes to understand that power is not a privilege but a duty. From then on, his life is guided by Uncle Ben's words. With great power comes great responsibility. This leads him to sacrifice many things he loves: his relationship with Mary Jane, his dream of a normal life, and countless personal opportunities. But through these sacrifices, Peter finds purpose, becoming a hero who protects others without seeking recognition or reward. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not act as if you were going to live 1,000 years. Act as though the end were near." In Stoicism, duty and virtue are the pillars of a meaningful life. Spider-Man teaches us that fulfilling our responsibilities, even when they're difficult or painful, defines who we are. Accept what you cannot control. In Spider-Man 2, Peter Parker faces a deep personal crisis. His life as Spider-Man consumes him. His studies are failing. He loses his job. And Mary Jane is engaged to someone else. Even his powers begin to falter, reflecting his internal insecurity. Overwhelmed, Peter decides to give up being Spider-Man, seeking a normal life. However, he soon realizes that even without his suit, chaos and tragedy continue to unfold. When Dr. Octopus threatens New York, Peter understands that, although he cannot control everything happening around him, he can control how he chooses to respond. By accepting this truth, he regains his powers and returns as Spider-Man, embracing his role with newfound clarity and purpose. An even more devastating example of this principle is found in the comics. In the story, the night Gwen Stacy died. In this iconic moment, Gwen Stacy is captured by the Green Goblin and thrown from the George Washington bridges. Peter does everything he can to save her, using his web to catch her mid-fall. Tragically, the sudden stop snaps her neck, killing her instantly. It's one of the greatest tragedies in Spider-Man's life, leaving Peter overwhelmed with guilt, believing he could have done something differently. Over time, Peter learns to accept that even though he did everything in his power, not all outcomes can be controlled. This lesson strengthens him as a hero, teaching him that while he cannot change everything that happens, he can always decide how to respond. Instead of giving up, he uses this loss as a reason to keep fighting for others. Epictetus wrote, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control, our actions, choices, and attitude, and to accept the rest with grace. Spider-Man shows us that accepting what we cannot change is not resignation. It's finding strength in the certainty of what we can influence. Gwen's tragedy and Peter's conflicts in Spider-Man 2 clearly demonstrate how acceptance can turn pain into purpose. 3. The obstacle is the way. In the first Spider-Man movie, Peter Parker faces what seems like an impossible challenge during the final showdown with the Green Goblin. He's not only fighting for his life, but also trying to save Mary Jane and a group of children trapped on a suspended cable car. The Green Goblin gives him a cruel choice. Save Mary Jane, or save the children? Knowing he only has time for one, this dilemma is designed to make Peter fail, forcing him into a situation where any decision feels like a loss. Instead of giving up or playing by the Goblin's rules, Peter defies expectations. Using his ingenuity, he grabs both ends of the problem, literally, and finds a way to save both. Despite the blows, exhaustion, and danger, Peter shows that even obstacles that seem insurmountable can be overcome with creativity, determination, and a willingness to pay the cost of trying. In the comics, this theme is further explored in the story, If This Be My Destiny. In an iconic scene, Spider-Man is trapped under tons of machinery after a battle, gravely injured, with no one to help him and water rising around him. The situation seems hopeless. But instead of giving up, Peter remembers Aunt May's sacrifices and Uncle Ben's lessons. With sheer determination, he lifts the machinery and escapes, proving that even the heaviest obstacles can be overcome through willpower and purpose. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Stoicism teaches us that the most challenging obstacles are opportunities to reinvent ourselves and discover our true strength. Spider-Man embodies this idea by turning seemingly impossible situations into moments of growth and triumph. His story shows us that failure doesn't come from facing a challenge. It comes from not trying. The next time you face a difficult choice, ask yourself, am I taking responsibility for what's in my power? Am I accepting what I cannot control? Am I using this obstacle as an opportunity to grow? Like Spider-Man, you have the power to be the hero of your own story. The choice is yours. Be brave and make it count. If these ideas resonated with you, subscribe to our channel. Here, we explore profound lessons from the characters we admire, helping you find inspiration and practical tools to tackle your own challenges. Join our community, and together, let's build a life that is stronger, wiser, and more virtuous.